Greetings, you stinkweed imps. My name is Graham. I hope you're doing well, and welcome to the Crack-A-Pack here on LRRMTG. Today we are opening a mystery boosty. It's a pack of mystery booster convention edition. As a reminder, the mystery booster was a collection of like 1,800 cards that they put into these boosters, and you could draft them initially at conventions. They did eventually release some of these at retail, but what a super fun format this was to play. If you didn't get a chance to play it, I certainly hope that you do at some point, because it was a blast. You never know what you were going to open, because there was like 1,800 cards. Also, this had the chance to have the playtest cards. Or wait, the convention edition had a playtest card in every booster, didn't it? And some of those, for whatever reason, are worth a lot of money, even though you can't play them in any tournament. I don't know. I thought they were super fun. You could play them, asterisk. You can play them in a mystery booster convention edition draft. I definitely played control deck win scheme. Is like a big Leviathan. Anyway, they're not tournament legal outside of actual mystery booster draft, but I guess, people put them in cubes, whatever. Anyway, I don't know where this came from. It's a mystery. I found it in the drawer and it's unlabeled, and yeah. For whatever it matters, this is the 2019 edition, not the reprint. We discovered just before we started recording that there was a reprint and that the prices vary greatly for the reprint versus the original, and we don't know why. So lovely. All the cards, by the way, that were reprinted in here have a little teeny Planeswalker symbol on them, so that you know that they're the mystery booster version and therefore not worth as much. So they're just out there to play with, and they were great. And I'm gonna put that at the back because that was the playtest card and I didn't get a good look at it. So let's start with Alpha Protector, 2 and a white for a 1/4 human soldier ally with vigilance. This was originally from Oath of the Gatewatch, and it is totally fine. My favorite thing, by the way, and I know that I've said this before because I think we've opened mystery boosteries before, was that when possible, when choosing the cards to go in here, they would err on the side of the most obscure version of that card. So like if there was custom art or something from like a dual deck or like a weird reprint with expansion symbols you've never seen before, that's the one that they would reprint in the mystery boosters, which I really liked because it increased the sense of like, what is this? What's going on here? I've never seen this before, which, it was a lot of fun. I like that a lot. Excavation Elephant from this weird thing called Dominaria. It's 4 and a white for a 3/5 elephant with kicker. For 1 and a white, when it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, return target artifact from your graveyard to your hand. Totally fine. Weldfast Wingsmith from Kaladesh, 3 and blue for a 3/3 human artificer. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, Weldfast Wingsmith gains flying until end of turn. Sounds great. Fathom Seer from Commander 2014, 1 and a blue for a 1/3 illusion with morph. And the unmorph cost is return 2 islands you control to their owner's hand. When Fathom Seer is turned face up, you draw 2 cards. It's like Gush in a morph stick. Cool. Aid the Fallen from War of the Spark. It's 1 and a black for a sorcery. Choose 1 or both. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Return target planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. There's a lot of planeswalkers in this set. Like I said, there's like 1,800 cards in the set, but I don't think you could reliably get a planeswalker as often as you could in War of the Spark. Plague White is next from Ravnica Allegiance. It's 1 and a black for a 2/1 zombie. Whenever it becomes blocked, the creature blocking it gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Very nice. Quakefoot Cyclops, 4 and a red for a 4/4 Cyclops from Modern Horizons 1. When Quakefoot Cyclops enters the battlefield, up to 2 target creatures can't be blocked this turn, and it has cycling for 1 and a red, and when you cycle it, Target creature can't block this turn. I think I said can't be blocked. I meant can't block for the 2 creatures. So you can play it as a 4/4 for 5 that makes 2 things unable to block that turn, or if you want, you can just pitch it for 2 mana, draw a new card, also 1 creature can't block. Flexibility is really what we value over here. Dual Shot from Shadows over Innistrad is a single red mana for an instant, and it deals 1 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures. Cool. Now, the eagle-eyed among you will have noticed at this point, the way that the Mystery Booster packs were laid out was they really made sure to get an even distribution of the colors. So we've had 2 white cards, 2 blue cards, 2 black cards, 2 red cards, and then we will have 2 green cards, and then other stuff, is I believe how that works. I'm not entirely sure, but interestingly, now both of the... No, not both the uncommons. No, because it's not all uncommons. It's... I don't know how these are collated. I'm going to level with you folks, but I do know that they do have the 2/2/2/2/2 for all the colors, and then then stuff gets weird at the top end of the pack. Okay, Woodborne Behemoth is next. This is from... What is this from? I recognize it, but it says this is like a Nicol Bolas. This must be from some sort of set. This is exactly what I was talking about. The set code is E01, and the expansion symbol looks like it's got Bolas horns with the Amonkhet pyramid, but it's definitely not Amonkhet or Hour of Devastation. So I'm not sure where this is from, this particular printing. 3 green for a 4/4 elemental, and as long as you control 8 or more lands, Woodborne Behemoth gets +4/+4 and trample. Nice. Pouncing Cheetah from Amonkhet is 2 and a green for a 3/2 cat with flash. Fine. Campaign of Vengeance from Eldritch Moon. 3 white/black for an enchantment. Whenever a creature you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's pretty cool. This is the kind of thing I want to take and like build around. Just collect all the white/black cards. Hey, Reliquary Tower from M19. You have no maximum hand size, and you can tap it to add 1 colorless. It's a land, by the way, in case you were unclear on Reliquary Tower. Wow, Mana Tithe. It's a single white mana for an instant, counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. They're never going to play around Mana Tithe. This is from Plane Shift? Or Planar Chaos? Is that the set? I can never remember what it's called. It's a plane shifted card from Planar Chaos. Is that correct? Aha! All right, I was conflating a bunch of different things. All right, Mana Tithe. Cool. And a rare Krenko Mob Boss from a dual deck, and I don't know which one. 2 red for a 3/3 legendary creature Goblin Warrior. Tap to create X 1/1 red goblin creature tokens, where X is the number of goblins you control. So it's just an ever-increasing number of goblins. Krenko, very strong. Before I look at the playtest card, which are either extremely playable or wildly unplayable, I'm going to take Krenko. Krenko's is very, very powerful, and in this kind of like chaos draft style environment, you can generally pick up a lot of good red stuff, and there's goblins everywhere. So yeah, I would take Krenko. But I got to say, Campaign of Vengeance speaks to me, and Mana Tithe just seems fun because again, they're never going to play around Mana Tithe. Now, the playtest card is Recyclabird. It's a single blue mana for a 1/1 bird with flying, and remembering that this predates Ikoria, when Recyclabird dies, put a flying counter on target creature you control. They didn't explain what it did, right? You just had to sort of figure these cards out. And in this case, people were pretty easily able to figure out that a flying counter means you put a counter on a creature, and now that creature has flying. So, cool. I don't know what, because these are all printed over, technically over actual Magic cards, and I could not tell you which one this is printed over, but I assume it's another little 1/1 flyer. But yeah, Recyclabird. Very cool. I think I'm still sticking with Krenko, though. This whole pack comes in at a little over $12, thanks mostly to Krenko, Recyclabird, and with special consideration, shout out to Reliquary Tower. So not bad. Pretty good fun for cracking open a pack. And I don't know when I'm going to be, I mean, depending on when we're recording this, I don't know when you're seeing this, but I don't know when I'm going to be, you know, going back to conventions. But I really hope that when I do, that I can play some more Mystery Booster, because that was a ton of fun. Hey, thanks to wherever we got this. I maybe this is one of ours. I don't know where this came from, but if you sent it to us, thank you. If you want to send us something, you can do so to the address on your screen at this moment in time. Until next time, of course, a reminder that everything we do is brought to you by you and your kind support of our Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. I have been Graham. James has been here. Matt does the edits. Heather gets these online. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time.